Ms. Storm, if we have any additional guests who need to come in, they can come in at this time. Please stand and remain standing for the national anthem. Be seated, please. I want to ask our invited guests to make sure all cell phones have been shut off and to make sure all aisleways are clear. Our graduates will need both aisles before the program is over. Thank you. Good afternoon, special guests, and welcome to the 2014 Toledo Early College High School Commencement Exercise. I am Dr. Wheatley, Principal, and I'm here today to share in our soon-to-be graduates' collective stories of success. The tradition of educating and graduating our students in a culture of academic excellence and a climate of accomplishment continues to be upheld by our class of 2014. To our graduates, I say, thank you. You are here because you deserve to be, putting in the time, effort, and work required to be seated on the stage in cap and gown. The bragging rights belong to you, not to the students who are still running around saying they could have come here but chose not to, or chose to leave because they didn't want to do the work. Those aren't bragging rights. The bragging rights belong to you. So a round of applause for them once more. Most of our soon-to-be graduates have earned between 56 and 60 college credits and will enter the University of Toledo mainly as juniors. We are proud of their success in high school and in college, and we truly appreciate all of the support we have gotten from our partnership with the University of Toledo, Toledo Public Schools, which now includes ProMedica. Our school district is represented by Dr. Romulus Durant, Superintendent and CEO, Ms. Polly Taylor Gherkin, Member, Toledo School Board, Executive Transformational Leaders, Mr. Jim Galt and Mr. Brian Murphy, Transformational Leader, Ms. Diane Irving, James Gant, Chief Business Manager. Also, a huge thank you to our union leadership representatives, Don Yates and Kevin Dalton, and to members of our governance board. Without their direction and guidance, the school wouldn't exist today. Dr. Tom Brady is chair of our board, and I want to especially thank him for all the time and effort he has put in. I also want to thank another member of our governance board, and she is also the president of the Parent Staff Association, Mrs. Stephanie Rourke. They have provided many resources along with the administration from Toledo Public Schools that are needed to make our school successful. Our next speaker is the total package. Brilliant, beautiful, benevolent. Her character is impeccable and her sense of responsibility for others is evident in her efforts on behalf of our students and globally for refugee families in Syria. Valedictorian Hala Abu Dahish.
Welcome seniors, parents, family members, Toledo Early College teachers, and other students to the celebration of the class of 2014. Today we come together to honor this big milestone in the lives of my classmates and I. This journey was by no means an easy one. Through numerous all-nighters, multi-genre, NHD, and all the other struggles early college threw at us, the seniors on this stage today managed to push through and come out on top. On a personal level, I know my success wouldn't have been attainable without the help and guidance of certain people, beginning with the staff at Toledo Early College. We are seriously like a family. I always felt that Miss Al and Mr. Nissen were like my parents in school, both always by my side and willing to do anything to provide assistance. I want to thank them both for everything they have done for me. I want to thank Mr. Boland for being a teacher, mentor, and for helping me secure a job this summer at ProMedica. I will never forget everything you have done to help me succeed. To the rest of the staff at Toledo Early College, Miss Cole, Miss Storm, Mr. Pilcher, Mr. Tierney, Mr. Shaver, Miss Francis, Mr. Haycraft, of course Dr. Wheatley, and the late Mr. Dunham, thank you for always pushing me to be the best student I can be. I hope I will continue to make you proud. To my friends, I couldn't have made it through these 4 years without you. I could not ask for better friends. Shahid, Nada, Asha, Jera, Carla, Trish, Deja, Yasmin, Bree, Sandy, Erica Lee, Elsie, and Zainab, I love you guys to the moon and back. You know you'll always be my girls and my sisters. You were always there to listen, counsel, advise, and make me laugh. You are truly a gift from God, and I hope our friendship lasts a lifetime. I hope we get to become wives, mothers, successful women, and crazy old ladies together. No matter where life takes us and no matter how far apart we become, I know we'll always have each other. I love you guys, and you'll always hold a special place in my heart. My fellow senior class officers, Carla, Trish, and Matt, it's over, you guys. We've worked so hard these past few years to make a difference at our school. TECHS is a different place today because of our hard work. Putting on those fundraisers, game nights, girls' nights, homecoming, prom, Operation Squirrel, and countless other events was not always the easiest. However, we worked as a team with the guidance of Miss Allen. We will be leaving behind a lasting legacy at our school. Thanks for putting up with me and balancing my sometimes crazy ideas. I'll never forget our crazy group chats with Frozen, Aladdin, football players, math students at UT, and Frappuccinos. Yes, we're crazy, but I couldn't have asked to be president of a better committee. We truly are the best. I would like to show the most gratitude to my family. Tala and Diala, thank you for putting up with me through my mood swings and attitudes. I love you guys so much, and I'm always proud to be your older sister. I hope to see you become better and achieve greater things than myself. I always wish you the best. Amo Sami Jiddo, Tetem Shemian Khaltu Manal. You are some of my favorite people, and I hope I will continue to make you proud. Tetem Sami, my late grandma, Allah Yerhamik, you always called me your favorite, and I hope as you look down on heaven, me today, on this glorious occasion, that you are all smiles. And Mama and Baba, I don't know what I ever did to deserve parents like you. None of my success would have been attainable if it wasn't for you. Not many people know I started out school an ESL student, struggling between my native Arabic and English. Many times teachers told my mom that I would never get A's, that I would never succeed in school. Well, look at me today, 4.0, class president, and speaking to you today as valedictorian. You never stopped believing in me and pushed me to become the best student, daughter, leader, and woman. You've put up with so much and have provided everything for me. All of my success is accredited to you. You are a blessing from God, and I'll always be your princess, and Baba, it'll never get old when you call me your highness. Mama, you will be my queen, my idol, and my everything forever. I love you more than words can describe. Allah yakhlili iyaku wa la yahrimni minku ya Rab. And finally, I want to thank God. Without his guidance, who knows where I'd be? I'm thankful for everything he has provided for me, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for me in the coming years. To the class of 2014, my fellow seniors, after sitting in the audience, graduation after graduation, it's finally our turn. I want to leave you guys with a few words of advice. 1, do not follow where the path leads, rather go where there is no path and leave a trail. I encourage you all, wherever you decide to study, live, and work in the future, always try to make a difference and leave an impact behind you, big or small. 2, the key to happiness is having a dream. The key to success is making it come true. Our class motto. As an early college graduate, you have been provided almost all of the tools necessary to go out and become successful men and women. After graduation, the first part of our journey is over. From this point on, we will go on to do even bigger and better things for our university, our city, our nation, and hopefully one day the world. We are the future. And keep in mind, you should always do what makes you happy. If you don't build your dream, someone will hire you to build theirs. And finally, we are family. Never forget that we are one. It's time to leave all the drama behind us. In the end, all we have is each other. All we have is our early college family. I wish for you all everlasting success, happiness, and may all your dreams and goals for the future come true. I love you all, and we did it, you guys. Today, we are no longer seniors. Class of 2014, today we are Toledo Early College High School graduates.
And here I was worried about Mom. Should have been worried about Dad. Competitive, concerned for others, cerebral. Our next speaker has taken her responsibility to be the best student possible and to treat everyone respectfully. She is one of the most positive people I know. I present to you our salutatorian, Ariel White.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here to support us as we take this big step into our futures. I can't believe I'm up here giving this speech already. It seems like just yesterday, we were all walking into Scott Park as incoming freshmen, nervous, excited, and unaware of what Toledo Early College would have in store for us. Now here we are, more excited than nervous, and 4 years more intelligent and aware. I know that while we were in classes, struggling to keep up with projects, homework, and tests, the time seemed to drag on endlessly. I can't count how many nights I spent awake doing schoolwork when it seemed like graduation day couldn't come soon enough. We've all overcome obstacles like that while we've been at Toledo Early College. We've pulled all-nighters to write papers. We've exhausted ourselves trying to balance schoolwork, rocket stages, and some kind of social life. We've dealt with teachers constantly pushing us to try harder, do more, be better. Some of us have had to clear more personal hurdles, such as health problems or problems at home. And not in spite of these things, but because of them, we've become the amazing group of people that we are today. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Through these 4 years, we have repeatedly persevered, remained determined, and succeeded. Through this, we have made ourselves excellent. Now, what I'm asking of all my fellow graduates and myself to do is that when we leave here, I want us to continue to be excellent. Whatever dream you have for your future, go out and achieve it. Whether you want to be an engineer, an artist, or an astrophysicist, put your whole heart into it. Do it well. And always appreciate the people that have helped you become yourself. Our teachers and staff who have helped us learn and have been willing to spend insane amounts of their own time doing so, giving us advice on projects or just giving pep talks when we've been down. Our fellow students who have become more like family than I ever expected. And especially our parents and family who have supported us in every way imaginable. And I know that I wouldn't have become the person I am today without everyone here, and that is something that will last much longer than our short stay in high school. I'll end on one last quote that I try to live my life by in general, but it seems especially appropriate for a time when we're moving into the next part of our lives. Wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine.
So when Ariel says she was surprised to be standing here, she was number 3 in her class for a really long time, and unhappily so. She fought and clawed her way to the number 2 spot. So I'm, right. I am especially proud of our top 2 graduates who have always been TPS proud. Hala comes to us from Burndale and Ariel comes to us from Jones. The class of 2014 will now present a parting gift to Toledo Early College High School by Class President Hala Abu Jahesh.
I present this gift to you in honor of the class of 2014.
You want to tell us what it is?
We're leaving behind some money for incentives and National Honor Society prizes for next year.
Awesome. Thank you. Our next speaker is a magnate for young people and people in general. Every time you see him, he's hugging a student or a student is hugging him. He is taking a personal and active role in providing the means for all TPS students to be successful in the classroom and in the community. I often refer to him as Mr. Personality with a huge amount of intelligence, our superintendent and CEO, Dr. Durant.
Good evening. I want to first, in regard to congratulate, 1, our parents and guardians, 2, in regard to our teachers and staff, but 3, most importantly, you as students. But I also want to say that I've been doing this over the course of 6 years, and never have I not been able to sit up here and see moms with the puppy dog eyes out there, and there's a little bit of fluid building up at the bottom rim, and dads still trying to hold on strong. But today I come to speak to you students as proud graduates of Toledo Public Schools and providing you and sharing with you certain points of success. Is that not only point that I've internalized for myself, but points that I picked up from others who have achieved success. And the thing is that you can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pocket. Is that if you come to engage and hands-on with others, that you begin to find the influences, but more importantly, the pathway to your own success. Point number 1, trust yourself. Begin that you've earned your way to this point, that you have matured enough to begin to trust your own internal feelings. But more importantly, begin to identify really what your purpose and your passion is about. Do not waste time in regard to trying to live someone else's life. Meaning your purpose is your purpose only. When I came out of high school, my parents wanted me to go into pharmacy and physical therapy. And I started off in those programs. But I felt like a fish out of water because I felt my purpose was designed for something else. And that's when I chose and had revelation that education was for me. But more importantly, if you want to feel and know if that is for you, I always tell people that you should feel like the LeBron James of what you do. LeBron James can own that basketball court, but he can't own a medical lab. LeBron James can own that basketball court, but he can't own a classroom. But you can. And it's those purposes that you need to instill, but more importantly, build upon you. Begin to live and walk by faith and not by sight. Because your sight begins to look at monetary values that have no rewards. But your faith keeps you moving. Your faith keeps you glued to your purpose. Continue to use that as you continue to walk through your endeavors. Point number 2, oppose certain practices. Meaning if you find yourself asking, why are we doing this? Maybe that's a practice that needs to be changed. Think about it. We had a bad winter season this year, didn't we? And I had to change some practices, didn't I? And some of the parents are used to walking with 12 inches of snow out there. They used to snowbed to school. But the reality is that was a practice that I never understood when I was little and when I was an educator and to the position I am now. Because ultimately, to change a practice, you make decisions from the heart. And doing what's best for students, staff, as well as community makes your decisions easy. But more importantly, be a game changer in whatever it is you do. I give an example to some of the students about scholarships, is that one day I walked into the education office and the financial aid office, and there were 60 scholarships and read every one of them. None of them applied for me. That either they were single mothers, come from a single parent household, certain income, a freshman, a sophomore. So what I chose to do was apply for every scholarship. And then I received a call at the end, a month later, and somebody was very upset on the other end of the phone. That here, every time they went through another application, there I was. And more importantly, they're saying, you're not even a female, nor do you have kids. But as she began to become much more agitated, I stopped her and I said, all you have to do is say no. I'd rather you say no before I tell myself no. And at that point, she stopped and apologized. 2 months later, sent me 3 scholarships. What they've done from that point on was change their process of scholarships and say, apply for 1, and that will apply for 10. But again, being a game changer. Never allow a description on a sheet of paper define you. Demonstrate yourself in a way that makes the institution redefine what they're looking for. Every one of you have that within you. 3, don't fear failure or rejection. It's that understanding that once you make a decision within your heart, you can never go wrong. The days you begin to make decisions upon how others think is the days you begin to regret the decisions you made. Always dig deep in the heart. It's your purpose, and you'll never go wrong. You'll sleep restless at night, or sleep better at night. So again, never feel failure. Begin to embrace your failures. Begin to accept your fears. But more importantly, understand that you have a support system in this room that has helped you get here today. That support system is still there, along with others who are waiting along the way to help you. Continue to embrace, but more importantly, face your fears and rejection. Remember, you are braver than you believe. You are stronger than you seem. And you are smarter than you know. Always understand and remember that. Step number 4, point number 4. Naysayers, or what we call in your generation, haters. They're there. Mom, Dad will tell you, they're out there. But more importantly, experience, and the more that you experience your wins. In other words, this graduation today is a win for you. That is a win, and as your wins begin to build up, there are losers who want to tear that down. Understand your win, but more importantly, celebrate your wins internally. Because the day that you begin to rely on external wins in regard to external celebrations of your wins is the day that you begin to lose confidence. Because see, understand your win is a confident builder. Today, you will walk off this stage a proud graduate, confident to go out into the college world or the career world. But as you continue to build your win one after another, you will have a winning culture that surrounds you that others will recognize, but more importantly, envy. continue to roll with your wins, with today being another one to add to your hat. And number 5, hard work. You know what is hard work just to get to this point here in the early college. This is an experience that's going to help you throughout the rest of your life. One of the things that I always point in some of the athletes that I work with, there's a commercial that's on TV, and this young man wants to be the starting basketball player. And in the commercial, it shows him at the movie theater, and there's a picture of a bench right next to him, so he gets up and leaves. And then he's sleeping, and he presses the snooze button when it goes off, and there's a bench sitting next to the bed. And then he all of a sudden wants to go out and hang at the mall, and there was a bench following him in the mall. What that bench was a reminder of is that the day that you're slacking, the days that you're taking off, someone else is working just as hard to put you on that bench. Make sure that you work hard each and every day. One of the things I tell people, the only thing equal between everyone in this room is we have 24 hours in a day. What you do with your 24 hours will set you apart from the next person. Use your 24 hours wisely, because that bench is still sitting there. And every day that you effectively use your 24, every day that bench begins to disappear. But never forget about it, because every one of us can end there. Again, take advantage of hard work. But last but not least, giving back. Always look to give back. Is that whom much is given, much is required. Is that right now, many of you are given an opportunity of not only a high school diploma, but actually college credit that will put you into your junior year at the University of Toledo. That is a lot that was given. But ultimately, never forget the shoes that you once left. Every one of you currently are students. You will become colleagues tomorrow, and you are future leaders. But as a leader, never forget the shoes of the person who was a student. As a leader, never forget the shoes of a person who was a colleague and a worker, because what was appreciated then will be appreciated in your own term of leadership. Continue to reflect on that, never forget it, humble yourself to it, and more importantly, you'll be happy in the long run. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give your gift away. Your parents have provided you as their gift, and they're giving you away to this world to make it a better place. Continue to embrace that and continue to re-give what they've given to you. I am TPS proud. I'm a proud graduate of Wade High School, class of '94. You are TPS proud, a proud graduate of Early College, class of 2014. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Durant. Our keynote speaker is Dr. Dennis Letman, who has an extensive bio on the University of Toledo's website. He has worked in many different capacities while at the University of Toledo. I decided not to use what I had learned about Dr. Letman through the internet, but to introduce him based on what I know about him personally. Dr. Letman was first involved with Toledo Early College High School as it was being formed. He actually taught FYI to the first graduates at Toledo Early College High School. Between then and now, he has worked tirelessly on behalf of Toledo Early College High School with Toledo Public School leaders to draft a memorandum of understanding for Toledo Early College High School. That MOU has made our partnership with the University of Toledo stronger than ever. But more importantly, it has provided our students the greatest benefits to date. Joining us now is Dr. Dennis Letman, Dean of the College of Adult and Lifelong Learning at the University of Toledo.
Thank you, Dr. Wheatley. Dr. Durant, my comments are going to be eerily similar to your comments, which means two things, students. One, we all know what great minds do. Secondly, what we have to say is absolutely 100% true, because you're going to be hearing a similar version from me as well. But first, let me say good afternoon and to welcome all of you here to the newly renovated Dorman Theater at the University of Toledo. On behalf of the University of Toledo, we welcome you, we congratulate you, graduates, and we're extremely proud of you and are proud of your accomplishments. It's very much a pleasure and an honor for me to be here and to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of these fine students, what they've done by graduating from Toledo Early College High School and by earning college credit along the way. Many of you have earned upwards of 56 to 60 college credits, and you're well on your way to a college degree. It won't be long before you'll be celebrating again, walking across the platform, this time as college graduates, be it here at UT, which we would love for you to be here at UT, or some other college of your choice. As Dr. Wheatley mentioned, I've had the pleasure of working with Toledo Early College High School since its inception in the fall of 2005. In fact, I gave the very first graduation address for the first class in 2009. It really was a small crowd back then, but we were all very proud. Everybody back then were pioneers. The teachers, the exceptional teachers. The students, the exceptional students, the administrators, everybody charting new waters. Didn't know exactly what to expect or where we were going, but knew we were on to something good, and as a result, we know that something good definitely did transpire. So it's very rewarding for me to be back to address the class of 2014, the 6th graduating class of Toledo Early College High School. Accomplishments like you have earned usually don't come easy. There's hard work, sacrifice, hard work, some pain, some stress, and more hard work. But the outcome, the feeling of pride, satisfaction, relief, a higher level of self-esteem, positive hopes for the future, all make it worthwhile. The message that I want to express to you today is twofold. First, I want to impress upon you the true achievement that you have made, and to say that I hope you feel really good about what you have done, because you should. Secondly, I want you to remember that you now have the opportunity and the responsibility to move on toward making your life and the lives of others around you more worthwhile, and to make this world a better place for everyone. To take what you have learned and build upon it, to use all the resources available to you, to play the cards life has dealt you, and to use them to the best of your ability to be the very best that you can be. That is what success and achievement are all about. To do your best and be the best that you are capable of becoming. Many people believe that the ability to succeed is determined by sheer skill and talent. Let me suggest that skill is not the only element, nor the most important element of success. In addition to skill, one's success can be determined by hard work, commitment to a goal and focus towards a goal, honor, to have honor, to be ethically and morally correct, to do the right thing, and to have self-discipline, which is very, very important. All of these things are attributes that will serve you well in your future. As you set further goals for yourselves, don't just strive to do things right, strive to do the right things. The rewards in life are not so much what we take as they are what we give back, similar to what Dr. Durant had just spoken of. There's a saying that I love, and I really don't know who said it, but I think it's important, which is, to the world, we are just one person, but to one person, we could mean the world. Don't rest on your laurels. Sure, feel good about what you've done. You should. Feel good about your achievements, every single one of them. Now and in the future, enjoy the moment of victory, but don't be complacent with it. Likewise, you will suffer defeats, setbacks, and failures. That's all part of life and all part of growing up. Finally, recognize that we are all fallible human beings, that we all make mistakes, but learn from them and they will make you stronger and make you a better person. As Winston Churchill once said, success is never final, failure is never fatal, it's courage that counts. Congratulations to you, to the parents, friends, family, supporters of our graduates, to all the teachers and everybody involved with Toledo Early College High School. Sincerely wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
On behalf of Dr. Tom Brady and the Governance Board, Toledo Public Schools, Toledo Early College High School families and students, a sincere thank you to Dr. Letman. Our seniors have earned $900,000 in scholarships and financial aid. Our graduates will mostly attend the University of Toledo. Still, others will attend the Ohio State, Bowling Green, Xavier, Shawnee State, and MIT and Michigan. Among this class, we have future doctors, a lawyer, nurse practitioners, engineers, and students who will dedicate their lives to working in the civic and community sectors. Our graduates embody a favorite quote of mine from Malcolm X. Education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. Members of the National Honor Society will be given their cords during our commencement program. The National Honor Society advisor is Ms. Mona El-Hayeni, who is also a social studies teacher at our school. Mrs. Taylor Gherkin, please join me. Mrs. Taylor Gherkin, I certify that all members of the class of 2014 have met the graduation requirements mandated by Toledo Public Schools and the Ohio Department of Education.
Thank you. Faculty, staff, graduating seniors, and families, I'm here to say that you don't need me to tell you that the Toledo Early College High School is a very special place. I'll bet some of your teachers and family members are familiar with the 10-year plan, right? That's the one I was on while working full-time and attending college. So what do you call the TECHS plan? Is it the 4 minus 2-year plan? What a gift, right? A gift? Really? I'm sure you have or will hear about the monetary value of this gift and all the dollars saved by having up to 60 hours of college credit in the bag. You know, in some ways, I think it's not really fair to say you've been given a gift. A gift, by definition, is something you're given without expectation of payment. You may not have paid the dollars, but you certainly have earned and paid for those credits with all of your hard work and diligence. I'm sure for some of you, like me, it was not easy. I'm sure that everyday life kept happening, and the need to constantly solve problems related to daily struggles threatened your success many, many times. I was the kid who, in my senior year of high school, I didn't live at home. That's a long story, I'll save it. When the school found out I wasn't living there, that I wasn't living with my parents, they weren't going to let me stay. So I hurried up and made arrangements to graduate in January and accepted a job, only to realize that I had failed a class. Guess what? They didn't have credit recovery then. So I had to go back to my brand new employer and ask to get off work twice a week early so I could go to night school and earn my diploma. Life got in the way many more times before I finally graduated college. Make no mistake, you weren't handed a gift. You were provided an opportunity and you took full advantage of it. As the Australian writer-philosopher Alfred de Sousa said, for a long time it had seemed to me that life was about to begin, real life. But there was always some obstacle in the way, something to be gotten through first, some unfinished business, time still to be served, a debt to be paid. Then life would begin. At last it dawned on me that these obstacles were my life. Don't underestimate the importance of the obstacle you have faced or the power of the struggles you will surmount. The way you handle what life brings you is every bit as important as your GPA or class ranking. On behalf of the Toledo City School District's Board of Education, I accept these graduates as having met all the requirements, and they are hereby granted the high school diploma.
Thank you for those inspiring comments. Mr. Haycraft, Guidance Director, will announce the names of our graduates. Mrs. Paulette Cole, Science Teacher, will assist Mrs. Taylor Gherkin with presenting each student with a diploma. Mr. Tim Boland, STEM Coordinator and Science Teacher, will direct our students as they get into formation to get their diplomas. And finally, Mr. Randy Nissen is serving as the school photographer today. Each student will be photographed with Dr. Durant. Dr. Durant, let's have you come right here. And I see I don't have to call Mr. Haycraft or Mr. Boland's name. They're already ready to go.
Hala Abu Dahesh. Ariel White. Shahid Al-Shamari. Eric Bell. Aquia Bodie. Ethan Bollinger. Dan Brown. Jacqueline Chappett. Tedrick Clark. Benjamin Corey. Carla Cunningham. Jera Gibson. Bailey Henderson. Deja Hughes. Patricia Jones. Stephen Kinsel. Joseph Kennard. Sandy Huynh. Erica Norris. Tamar Pope. Tanner Riddicher. Sam Shaheen. Thomas Smith. Sean Stewart. Justin Sutherland. Natalie Thompson. Nemesio Vasquez. Michaela White. Matthew Wilson. Alfonso Zapata. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2014.
Our graduates will now take a final walk around the auditorium. We are going to formally resume the program at this time. Patricia Jones is class treasurer. She will instruct her classmates on a symbolic gesture that signals graduation is complete. Patricia?
Thank you, Dr. Wheatley. Congratulations, class of 2014. I would now like to lead you in the final act of changing our tassels. Please take your tassel and move it from right to left. Congratulations.
I present to you the class of 2014. Members of the audience, would you please remain seated while our graduates are escorted by Ms. Mona El-Hayeni, Ms. Paulette Cole, and Mr. George Haycraft from the theater. We need everyone to remain seated, please. Thank you.